Come.
And we are live. Hey, BRT. Hello, guys. How is everybody doing tonight?
What's up? What's up? Hola. ¿Cómo está?
Yes,
Hi,
look,
guys.
all three of us are here today. Yay, Diana's back.
Yay! The gang is back together.
It's another Thursday. Yeah, the gang's
Team's all here. Team's all here.
All right, so tonight's going to kind of be a smorgasbord of things. We've got Diana back from her travels. She's got a few stories she wants to tell us, so that should be really interesting and fun. So I think we're going to start off with her, and then we will
Diana. Well,
first off,
just real quickly, just celebrate on the official Wizarding World site. This week is Ravenclaw Pride. So all you Ravenclaws out there, this is your week. It's not official Ravenclaw Pride Day. That's March 20th. Today is just official Ravenclaw Pride on the site, on the app. Go.
Yay!
There you go.
Yay, Ravenclaw! You'll have to tell me when it's Slytherin, and I'll wear my Slytherin shirt.
Hi.
Hi, everyone. It's so great to be back. I wanted to be with you last week, but I had a cat situation. A little boy showed up to my house, and he needed rescuing. And your Boris is probably going to be in and out of your Boris. Just long story short, I got fussed.
The remix.
And I'm with my situation is a very sweet woman who said she would take care of him. I named him Stevie because I thought it was a girl and it was a boy, and he's very pretty. And it all well that end well, but it didn't come to an end until like last Friday.
I think we got problems with the audio.
I found him and then he found me. Where I live, animals don't live because coyotes eat them. I am up in the woods. Hey, Miss Buffy, how are you doing? Oh, BRT, you're losing my audio?
Yeah.
Same exact.
Cutting in and out. It's cutting in and out.
Huh. Well, I got everything as I can. What can I do?
Nothing. Just maybe the Wi-Fi. Just talk slow.
I wish it were that simple.
Well, I'm in that office.
Yeah, it might be your Wi-Fi.
No, my Wi-Fi's. I've got 5 bars.
That's good.
Who knows? It's luck of the draw. Because remember, mine was having problems 1 week.
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm trying just not to move very much, but I'm speaking very loudly.
Yeah, it's okay.
No, just talk like you normally talk.
We'll keep it.
Okay,
keep it going.
So
StreamYard is still having its problems, but we'll get through it.
Okay. I can hear you guys. Great. So today,
What if you wait? So why don't we try this, Doc? Why don't you put me backstage? See if it brings up Diana's audio better, and then she can tell her story. See if it's the three of us being on here all at once is causing the commotion.
Okay.
Let's put me backstage and I'll listen, and then see if we can get Diana's audio clearer.
All right, let's try that.
Yeah.
Okay. Now it's just you and I.
Is that better?
So far, so good.
Know. See, I can't hear myself. Okay. So first, I want to get my, what did I do with it? It's all set up. We're going to have a moment of silence. I'm really sad right now because we've lost me through sad that you are gone. What a crazy week. And last week we lost Neil Peart. I'm saying his name correctly. It is Peart, not Peart. Probably one of the best albums ever recorded. I don't know if you can see on there. This is called Moving Pictures, and you think it's a picture, but really they're moving pictures. Iconic album, Tom Sawyer, Red Beretta, Red Bar. If I say it wrong, my husband's going to kill me. Limelight. He was the lyricist for Rush, and if you ever have a chance to read some of the Rush lyrics, especially Limelight, I'm not going to bore everyone. I don't know how big they're into Rush. He was a genius. We lost 2 geniuses in the last week, and it's very sad. And I will never be offered another waffle thin mint again without thinking of Terry Jones, because he made us all laugh. So anyway, you guys were talking about cats last week and cults.
Yes. We were.
And the biggest cult movie of all time, if you look behind my head and you look on my boobs, I kind of have a bit of a personal relationship with Rocky Horror. When I was 16, I went down to the Tiffany Theater. It was 1978 in Hollywood. And long story short, within 6 months, I was the actual Magenta to the theater for the next 2 years. I have some great pictures on my Facebook. I was going to bring them here, and now they're buried and I can't find them. And when Michael comes back, maybe I'll run out and get, I have one where I know exactly where it is. So Magenta is kind of my alter ego. I did it for many years. One night I sat next to a David Carradine who was blazing on acid during the whole thing. A lot of celebrities would come and go. You know, this was 1978, 1979 into 1980. So it was quite a while ago. I don't know if there's another film that will ever come close to Rocky. It's it's still, I have friends who are still doing it.
And hopefully
In West Hollywood every Saturday.
Yeah.
I was gifted some amazing albums from a friend of mine whose brother passed away, who had a huge vinyl collection. And as you guys can see in my background, this whole room that I'm in is our music room. And one of the items that was in there, and I'll share more with you guys later on, there's some old Beatles, I think some original White albums, an Abbey Road, etc. But for this particular broadcast, this is the Rocky, this is like, everybody's seen this a million times. It is a soundtrack of the Rocky Horror Picture Show, right? Well, this is a special edition where it's actually on vinyl. And it's a picture disc. I don't know. Does anybody remember picture discs?
I do.
And it has none other than the amazing Frankenfurter himself.
There you go.
Side 1 and side 2. And it will never be played. It's going to be sitting in its jacket, protected.
Of course.
Okay, so guys, I see BRT says, okay, got her, and that was 3 minutes ago.
Yeah. So I'm wondering if
still good.
I'm wondering if we should put Michael back in.
We can certainly try.
All right, guys, we're gonna try. We're gonna put Michael in from backstage and see how that goes. And
backstage, I'm gonna go grab Magenta. I left her in the other room.
Here we go. And there he is.
Oh, that's a great shot. I heard most of it was okay. Some of it was cutting in and out a little bit.
Yeah.
It was a lot better than the beginning.
We're still in the testing phases, guys. We're dealing with StreamYard. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. But
yeah.
So she's off getting another prop.
I'm right here.
There she is.
I honestly think it's StreamYard.
Probably is.
My laptop's brand new.
Yeah, it's probably them.
Okay, so This was me
I love that picture.
when I was during Magenta in
Nice.
1979.
Looks just like her.
Yes, it
Looks
does.
just like her.
This was me and my riffraff.
Mhm. Hold on.
Aw.
Aw, hold on. There you go.
We're going to another person lost. My dear sweet Tommy. He passed away. He was one of the first victims of AIDS back in the early 80s, and we miss him and we love him.
I was gonna ask. Wow. Did you have a male or
So, Rocky
female,
Horror,
Frank?
huh?
Did you have a male or female Frank?
We had we had a female transitioning to male.
Mm.
When I
Nice.
was introduced to Garrett, I was told Garrett is a woman, but that's not who Garrett is. So at the tender age of 16, before the word transgender or any of this stuff even existed,
Mhm.
I was living in Hollywood. We were together all the time. She was amazing. It wasn't a she, it was he. Garrett was incredible. He was the embodiment of Frankenfurter. We got together every Saturday and spent 4 hours doing our makeup absolutely perfect because he wasn't having it. It wasn't perfect.
Yep.
If you guys Google Rocky Horror at the Tiffany Theater, you will see references to someone named Garrett Gafford. My name is in there a little bit as well. He was a legend. It started in New York at the Waverly Theater in Greenwich Village. And then very quickly, the West Coast place in the 70s to go to Rocky Horror was the Tiffany. We would, because I was the house, there was plenty of other people dressed, but we were able to have a special place to park. And people would line down. It was on Sunset. It was. The Tiffany was on Sunset and like La Cienega. People would line up at 9 and 10 o'clock all the way down the street. We sold out every single weekend, the whole time I did Magenta, which was about 4 years. And
Nice.
some 2 o'clock, usually 2 o'clock. A lot of times we would stay to do the 2 o'clock show as well.
Mhm.
And it was such a crazy thing because we would come from across the
Mm-hmm.
So let me ask you, Di, if you can hear me, because you cut out again. Can you hear?
Can you hear us?
Can you hear? Okay. Let me ask you. When they first started this, or back because you were starting like right on the cusp of it, because right after the movie came out, you guys were starting. Who came up with and how did it become a standard throughout the world of the interactions? The
it
newspaper,
started
the
in
gun. Okay.
It started in New York at the Waverly,
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
and the people got wind of it. East Coast, West Coast, right? So you have New York, and you have which was this iconic old movie theater on La Cienega and Sunset, Hollywood. Night showings, and this, Garrett was Frank. He spoke to him, and he started putting together a troupe, and this is when everyone started to get dressed. And I heard about it. I was only 15, so I finally found someone to drive me down one night when I was 15, which is the first time I saw it. I ended up making out with some guy in the middle of the thing. I mean, it was a crazy scene back then. It was the 70s,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh,
And
yeah.
I had black hair at the time. This was not my hair was long
Mm-hmm.
black. It's her. She didn't talk a lot. She used her eyes a lot. I loved her makeup. If you look at the way I do makeup, you can always see a little bit of her hanging out because my life is all about eyeliner and mascara. She doesn't. She has like 10 words. All her shit through her face and her eyes, and she's in the background. And if you fuck with her, you're gone. She had this. I don't know what it was about her, but I just felt very, when you're 16 and you're okay. Oh, there we go. So the sound is crazy. I hate this. I'm so sorry, everyone.
It
You had
happens
to hear
sometimes.
Diana with Rocky Horror. Yes, yes. So, it's, can you hear
Yeah,
Can you hear me,
I can
Michael?
hear you.
Oh, okay.
Mike.
yeah.
Okay, sorry. The original Magenta worked with me at Magic Mountain.
Wow.
Wow.
I
Small world.
worked for Ghostbusters, and she's still the first one to do a full-blown alien costume.
Wow.
Her name is and next for either Henson or some kind of a creature feature. It was
know
just
the
something that
name.
she did along the way.
Right.
She's
She go on Facebook?
also she's back then, and people used to give her a hard time about stuff. She's a writer, very prolific writer. Just kind of where she started. She was the first one to show up with a space some tall and a big. That was her. So she didn't want to do it anymore, but she didn't want to let Garrett down. So when I approached her, she was like, yes, but you know what? You have to be perfect. You have to have the exact makeup. You have to have the exact costume. You can't put this on backwards. It's this way. As it was, my apron was always wrong. Magenta's has a V in the front, and mine was a regular apron like this.
Right.
But who the hell's going to notice that, right? But we did.
Right.
So I was very fortunate, and this is where I grew up, on Sunset Boulevard at 16 years old. I used to help the gay guys with their makeup in the bathroom and talk to the hooker on the street. And Michael
Sounds like my life.
next to me on acid and watch Rocky Horror. So I think that's kind of what I'm today as a person, honestly. The fact that I'm just a live and let live kind of person, and I don't judge anyone, because that's back when it wasn't really a thing.
Yeah.
I mean, the gay community was under a huge.
So
Oh.
it was war. It was war for us.
I mean, I was in West Hollywood. Most of the people there were, a little different, and that's why I loved it. And it's what shaped me to accepting people as the way they were. To me, it was just like another Saturday night. Okay, let me show you how to do. And the thing is, people would go, because Garrett was about 24. He was so protective over me because I was younger. He would never let anyone. Every once in a while, a guy would creep on me or something, and he was amazing. He was just always like, I spent the night at his apartment, and at first my dad was a little whoa, but Garrett had a girlfriend, so they were together, and Tommy and I would stay with them, and I mean, that was my weekend. That was my life. My senior and my 11th and junior and senior year of high school.
Yeah.
And
I'm probably about to blow your mind in the fact that I have never seen Rocky Horror Picture Show in the theater.
You have to go. You have to go.
It depends on how old you are too, because like here, there is still a place, but a lot of the smaller places have gone the buy side. And even the one here that's in West LA called the New Art is really not my favorite place to see it, because they take a lot of current things and move it in. And
Right.
I'm a creature of habit, and I don't like change. I want the old call outs. I want the old things. The beautiful thing about social media was one of the guys I went to high school with, who was a gay guy in the closet at the time, friended me on Facebook and said, "Look, these people all have pictures of you." And I was able to get some pictures and reconnect with some people that I knew from way back then. who are, one of them is still doing Rocky. He's
Wow.
they
Wow.
every couple of months, and he's so sweet. His name is Troy, and he always brings me up on stage. And he said she was at the Tiffany, and it's really kind of weird, you guys. I'm not really used to that. I didn't
So
for any kind of accolades or whatever, but it's just sweet. The drag queens would come up to me and go, yeah, I mean, that's the beauty of social media, other than things that we have. But Rocky is, it is a let your freak flag fly, come as you are, be who you want to be. We accept you as you are. We don't care what you are. And I think there's a lot of things like that. I think the first real true one was Rocky. I think that's what.
Well, yeah. With Rocky, what's so special about Rocky is that it, like you said, it brought like all of these communities together in a time when the community was really shut, really, it was really hard, with the, all of the gay bashing that was going on, and AIDS crisis that was going on, and all this stuff that was really scary and really new to these different communities. The Rocky Horror Picture Show brought, like you said, a whole bunch of different people together to create this sense of community. But as far as cult films, Rocky's the first to do this interactive stage, and last and be this huge generation of others have
Right.
tried it.
I'm
since
looking
and
at the
haven't.
comments. We're driving everybody crazy. I'm going to go out and come back in.
So I think with Rocky,
I've never actually seen it in the theater, so I've never had the experience of it. I've seen it.
Have you seen it? Okay.
I've seen it, but I have not seen it in the theater.
Yeah, when you go, it's like when you go, you first go. Everybody will sell you as a virgin. They Rockies love their virgins, so they'll sell you out as a virgin, and of course you got to go up on stage and you got to get fucked and all this stuff. It's crazy stuff, but But all of the sense of the community is so cool when you see everybody holding up the paper newspaper at the same time and everybody doing the little umbrellas. It's neat. It's just neat how together it is, and how people and everybody just kind of stumbles upon it. Everybody's just like, oh, this friend of this friend, they go. It's like this whole underground thing, but yeah, like Diana says, a lot of it's just gone by the wayside now. There's not a lot of them around. I don't even know if San Diego has one, but Cats has the potential to do that.
Yeah, we were talking about that last week.
But the only thing with that is Cats has the talk of Cats has kind of died down.
Yeah, and I'm wondering if maybe they're trying to force it to be another Rocky Horror Picture, because it's not a natural thing.
No, it's not.
All right, let's see. We're gonna put her back in and see what happens.
I'll go back out too, because that helped if we need to.
There we go. And she's back.
Lady Di.
And now she has no audio. Oh, did I turn you off?
Maybe. We do. We do it every day.
How about now?
There we go.
There we go.
Why are they doing it every day in San Diego? I thought it was only a Saturday night thing.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
It's not every day. It's Saturday.
San Diego has got it playing at the OB Playhouse and Theater, the January 23rd, January 25th, January 24th.
Well, maybe that's Friday. Maybe that's weird.
Yeah. So today, Friday, and Saturday.
25th is the 25th or the 24th?
Tomorrow's the 24th.
So Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Right.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
I mean, in
Tonight,
the old days, down at the Tiffany, they used to do it Friday and they used to do it Saturday.
What is it, Friday and Saturday?
Oh, yeah. wait. I'm wrong.
On Saturday, our cast wasn't there. There was just people there.
I'm wrong. This is the OB Playhouse and Theater Company doing the Rocky Horror Show.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes more sense.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, they're not doing the movie thing. That is on. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think we have one in town. Not that
I know that in LA, there's a place called the New Art, which is on Santa Monica Boulevard. They do it every Saturday. There's a troupe there called the Sins of the Flesh. See, now they name themselves.
Mm-hmm.
So if you Google or you look around,
I've heard
you'll
that.
see that everybody has a name. We didn't name our
What?
troop because we were like the first one.
Right.
And my friend Troy, he has like he does Riverside and he does the Sins of the Flesh in LA. And then at another theater in Los Feliz, and actually he's going to do it on the 7th, every like 3 or 4 months, they do he's in a one called Forbidden Fruit. And when I go there, he always pulls me up on stage.
Yes. Forbidden Fruit's good. Forbidden Fruit's really, really cool.
They're kind of a collective of a couple of different ones who wanted to do it differently than, because the people in LA have their way of doing it, and some of the people want to do it the old school way. So Forbidden Fruit, the Frankenfurter is this kid from Ventura named Nikki Schaefer, who is absolutely amazing. It's just, they're fun. I mean, they're just fun. They're kind of the old school way. And I went in October with my niece for her birthday.
Yeah.
Now they're doing it again on the 7th, because they used to do it the first Friday of every month, but then they changed because they have to rent out a theater. But you can always go on a Saturday to the New Art. It's always there. It's never not going to be there. This is Los Angeles. There's always horror on a Saturday night if you want it. It's not like it was, and it's way, way different. But it's something everyone should experience. I have de-virginalized many people. I love taking virgins. When you go there, I'm the girl that's gonna, since I don't dress in my costume anymore, when I go there, I'm the one with the red lipstick who will put V's on your cheeks, and they will bring you up on stage and they will initiate you into the Rocky Horror Picture Show. Trust me, it's nothing terrible. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, you have to. You have to. You have to be virginized.
They don't do anything crazy.
Right.
So, Buffy. So, okay, Michael and Dawn are fine. Okay, so I came. Can everybody hear me? Okay.
Oh yeah, you're fine now.
I would like to go to the UK, Miss Buffy. If it's done in the UK where it originated, it must be amazing.
Yeah, Weston.
Speaking of Miss Buffy, the three of us would like to give a big shout out to Izzy.
Yes.
We know what happened. She had an accident. She's been such a trooper, and Miss Buffy's been sharing some information about her to us. I don't really know how much she wants to divulge, so we're just going to say we love you, Izzy. Thank you for watching us.
Yeah.
We know that you're fighting so hard, and just keep it up, girl. Just keep it up.
That's the spell on you.
Mm-hmm.
Stay strong.
Thank you, PRT. I appreciate it.
Yeah. And speaking of Miss Buffy, she actually told me some information today that is probably going to make Michael's face very happy. Do you remember when we were talking last week about the magazine that you're trying to find that you haven't been able to find? Yeah.
Inside issue 1.
She was able to talk to the she was able to talk to them, and you're going to end up getting some of those magazines.
Hey.
Yeah.
See, that's the lady with the connections. The lady with the connections. She's the bomb.
And she has to be all the way 6,000 miles away.
Yeah.
I'll go. I will go there. I will go. And right now, I'll go unpack it.
I just was there.
So thank you, Miss Buffy, for that.
Of course.
So, and my last thing, because I don't want to take up the whole stream, I did my eye look today. I don't know if you guys can see. The light's not great. I got this over Christmas. This is the Urban Decay Game of Thrones Collector's Edition eyeshadow palette. And when it first came out, it was very expensive. It was released last year, right before the finale. And it sold out very quickly. But I wasn't quite ready to commit yet. But I have to just give you a little tour. It comes like this. It looks like a book, so you can put it up on a shelf. And when you open it up, it has a big, huge mirror on one side, which I don't want you to have to see. But the other side is a quote from Tyrion Lannister that is quite it's
I love
big, so I'm not going to read it. But then what's very cool that I like about it is when you open it up, you get your own
Oh, that's cool.
Iron
That's really cool.
Throne.
Nice. Sweet.
It's so cool. And you're like, well, where's the eyeshadow? So, and inside there is I'm sorry that there's the quote that's here is from Daenerys, and there's a quote inside from Tyrion.
Okay.
So the first one out and the outside is Daenerys. So then you're like, okay, where's my eyeshadow? So check this out. You take it and you pull it,
Ooh.
and it comes right out so that it doesn't mess up when you want to use your book for something.
Oh,
And
nice.
here are the colors. And it's cool because this is the color story. So you have, this is what I'm pretty much wearing is the top. So this is a hard home. The white, inspired by the White Walkers.
Uh-huh.
Those
the village.
colors here. The next one is Winterfell.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have Lannister underneath. And then at the bottom we have the Bay of Dragons. So each one of these is representative of a place from Game of Thrones. And today I got this look by using all of the colors right here.
Right.
In Hardhome.
And that's from Heart Home, right?
Well, it kind of spoke to me, the blues. The rest of the colors, the only problem with this palette is there's not a lot of mattes to blend. And when you use a lot of shimmer, you can't really blend it in. So I did cheat and use something from the but I did use Urban Decay Naked palette and used a brown. They really kind of don't go together. If you look at them, they're all so different. If you're looking at it from a makeup perspective, it's kind of a big mess. But I understand what they were trying to do.
Right.
Yeah.
So,
It's cool.
yeah, I mean, this is pretty. And this one, the colors on the outside are actually shifters. So you do your color when you put them over, it changes the color of them and pops them out.
Huh.
So on my lips, I have a cover. I didn't even remember about the whole Harry Potter thing. This is called Ravenswood. This color.
Yeah.
Yay.
It's a cream matte color from Urban Decay called Ravenswood. And the rest of it is pretty much just,
Guys, if you can't guess, Michael and I are both in-house Ravenclaw. So
yes. When I
Go Pride.
had to do my house, and I'm Slytherin, and I'm proud of it. I have no problem being Slytherin. So yeah, so that's I wanted to look this up and see if it was still available. What happened, the wonderful thing that happened was I waited till Christmas. It was $30, $65.
So you got it for half price.
Yes. This is the thing about makeup, anyone who's interested or reading. But whenever you see something cool,
Uh-oh. Lost it.
The joys of StreamYard.
day after Christmas, they all go on sale for half off or Christmas Day, but sometimes they sell out.
Right.
Yeah.
So, and actually I got a bunch of stuff right the day after Christmas that we're going to be giving away.
Hey.
So it'll be Christmas themed, but they're really nice packaging and they're all together, and it's some Too Faced and some Urban Decay. Some Too Faced and some Tarte. Because we each have our thing, and mine is makeup, hair. I actually just got a haircut yesterday. Whoop, and now my so now I have some layers. It's still long. I just had her make.
I like it.
And that's why it looks light, because I also, if I let my hair go normal, it would be like this. I have curly hair, so I get it straightened. And it lightens it. So that's why it looks really light today.
Right.
So let's see. We have Buffy, we have BRT.
That's who else is here today.
That's it.
That's it.
I invited some other people.
Peeps.
They were going to not. So, oh, I did. Right before the stream, my husband called me. I did not know this. He doesn't tell me this shit till the end. He got me tickets to see Billy Idol because he's friends with his fucking
Oh,
man.
no way.
Nice, nice.
So I'm going to Las Vegas to see Billy Idol in March.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I'm pretty stoked. Because I've been sad because I go to shows. That's my thing, and I don't have any concert tickets. And the ones that are here when I want to go is when I'm going to be in Ohio with my stepdaughter and her family. Hall & Oates and Alice Cooper are 2 days apart the end of May, and I'm not going to be here.
Aw. Yeah, but you get to see Billy Idol, so that's cool.
So yes.
Okay,
Oh,
I got word for Broadway first.
I'm
For
sorry.
San Diego's for next year's San Diego Broadway thing, Hadestown's coming.
Oh, good. Well, I'm sure it'll probably come here too. I'm sure it'll hit the Pantages.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Yes. So like.
Well, I know. I know you.
Lion King kicks off the season.
Ooh.
Lion King's coming back. Yes. Have you seen it?
I haven't seen it yet. I want to. I've heard
We
that it's
should
real.
all go. It changes your life. I say, even if you're not a Disney fan, even if you're not a Broadway fan, I tell everybody, if you want to see one Broadway show and experience what Broadway multi-million dollars can buy you, you go see The Lion King.
Right.
See, I
Lion King
think
absolutely is
what
the greatest live
changed
show ever.
me for that was Cats in the 80s.
Really?
I love
see
Cats,
Lion King.
the original.
You gotta watch the movie. Isn't that shit crazy?
Yeah.
No, I know. I haven't. But for me, like one of the first plays I saw was Cats, and then
Me too.
the other one that I went nuts over was Wicked. You know, the usual. They redid. They actually put Rocky Horror on Broadway in 1999 to 2001 at Circle on the Square, and Joan Jett was Columbia.
Huh.
And I was very lucky. My boss at the time and I went to a trade show, and he bought me third row tickets, and the two of us went to Circle and Square, and I saw the real Rocky Horror Picture Show play, which is quite different from the movie. But honestly, it's okay. You know, sometimes it's like the movie, the play kind of sucks, or could be the movie and the play, like Hairspray, and that's good.
Right.
Hairspray was movie, play, movie, good, as far as I'm concerned. I was loving all three versions. But the Rocky Horror play is a lot more rocked out. And I didn't know what they were going to do with Joan Jett. So instead of having her do a tap dance like they do in the movie, Joan Jett picked up a guitar and played a solo.
Nice.
Instead of tap dancing, which was kind of funny.
I
and
love
the guy who played Frank went on to be in The Lion King.
Yeah, I have yet to see The Lion King on stage.
It will change
that, or he was in, because I'm like, who the hell is going to be able to do this? Because I watched a version, they redid Rocky in London, Miss Buffy, with Richard O'Brien. I don't know how many years ago it was, but I saw it on BBC.
On the BBC.
On the BBC.
I'm trying to remember where I saw it, but they did it for 4 nights at the West End. They revived Rocky Horror with Richard O'Brien picking the people and directing. And hello, it's Richard O'Brien. In case you don't know, Richard O'Brien wrote all the music, all the lyrics, the screenplay, and was Riff Raff in the movie. And he pretty much stays. The other cast members, you'll see Little Nell, who played Columbia. You'll see Patricia Quinn, who played Magenta. You'll see them both. Even Barry Bostwick. They do like those shows where like you pay people and they give you like the meet and greets kind of things. Richard O'Brien doesn't. He stays in the UK. He doesn't do any of that stuff.
Michael, it looks like Miss Buffy loves Miss Saigon just as much as you do.
Miss Saigon, everyone. We will have it. Trust me. We will have a whole show on Miss Saigon, because when we start getting into shows about who we are, Miss Saigon shaped me. Miss Saigon literally is
Kind of
they
like
talk
a
about
Rocky
the things that are huge parts of, correct.
Yeah.
They talk about things that are huge parts of your life. Miss Saigon is a huge part of my soul, and I'll
Yeah.
explain everything when we get there. But
The Rocky Horror
yeah,
Picture Show changed me as a person, changed my life.
Yep.
It
Miss
just
Saigon saved my life.
it made me the well, you know, I was in high school and all my girlfriends were skinny and blonde, and actually I wasn't even big back then, but I was bigger than them, and I just didn't really fit in with those people. And when I went to Rocky and found all of these people, and you're walking up Sunset Boulevard, and it's lined with people, and they're screaming because Frank is walking up with his cape, and then behind him is me, or is Riff, and he's got his hand like this, like they walk. Magenta and Riff walk like this. I'm walking, and everyone's screaming, and I'm like, "What the hell?" But you can't break character, so. And I don't like wish I was an actor or anything. This was just kind of something that
I do.
did. I know. I mean, if anything, I was a singer way back when, in the Bob Hope USO. That's another story for another time, when I used to tour in the bases. But I was not there for any kind of accolades. I was just there to have a good time, and I did. And I got to tell you, I did it without drugs and alcohol as well. There were a lot of people smoking weed. It was the 70s, but it wasn't like anybody was like, it wasn't a bad, I mean, to me, I'm looking around, and yes, there were people who were tripping. My goodness. I mean, but it wasn't like, I don't know. It was a different, and this is now how you know you're fucking old when you say it was a different world, because in 1978, people didn't hurt you like as badly. I mean, people were nicer. They were friendlier. It was just a different vibe. It was a whole different vibe. And people, especially in Hollywood, this is before, I mean, the hookers used to walk on the street in front of us. This is before they cleaned it up in the 80s. It was like a old Tiny Nailers was down the street, the drive-in that they used to drive up in, that they said American Graffiti was modeled after. So it was just a real cool time to be a teenager, a real cool time to be in that kind of an environment. And
the 80s and Vietnam changed everything.
Yep.
I mean, I think each of us have something like that in our lives. I know for Michael, for sure, it's Miss Saigon. Yep. So that's it for me. I pretty much, so I'm all fine, you guys. I'm here. We're all caught up. I'm all caught up with my stories. And we're going to tell Terry Jones we miss him, and we hope he's fine in the sky. And we're going to tell him to help Neil Peart make the transition, because Neil Peart was sick for a long time. And we are now going to our coverage of the awards season.
Yes. More coverage of the awards season.
Okay. Drum roll, please. Let me see where we're at. So, where I'm at now, Award Watch Talk. I have one film left of the major categories, and that is Irishman. I've not watched Irishman. A little background on Irishman. As the ladies know here on the panel, everybody knows my life. I don't like these mafia movies. I don't like these mob movies. I don't like these, mob violence.
I know, me too.
So a 4 hour mess.
I'm all there for it.
I'll watch it. But
I'm ready to settle in for 4 hours for it.
I'm going to take the first hour, see what's going to feel, and if I'm liking it, I'm going to go all the way. If I don't, it's going to be done in like 4 hour parts.
Oh, come on, Michael. You can do it. We have faith in you.
All kidding aside, that's the only one I have left to watch. I will watch everything on there. Parasite, I need to. I'm finishing up Parasite again because I fell asleep. So I kind of know what happens in Parasite, but I'm watching it to see the whole thing. In its form.
I just saw the trailer. It looks phenomenal.
Well, we'll talk about Parasite in a second.
Yeah.
But as far as the other categories, there are a few films here and there sprinkled that like will pop up, like Harriet. I need to see. Mm-hmm. I need to see. What's that film that Kathy Bates was in? That film I need to see.
That is Richard Jewell.
which is Julia I need to see.
Yeah.
So there's a couple of those things, and other than that, I'm done. Then I will move into documentaries and foreign films and shorts. I'll do that. I do that all together. So once
Right.
I'm done with all the feature films, I'll go to documentaries, and then I'll go to foreign films. So it's I'm really way ahead of schedule this year, which is great because it's such a small year. Like I said, the number of films is a whole lot less than it normally is.
I was surprised by that.
So let's talk predictions. Here we go.
Oh,
What's
wow.
today's date? January 23rd. January 23rd. I'm saying this publicly. Mark your calendars. Mark your ballots. Parasite is going to take Best Picture. Right here, right now.
You think
Parasite
so?
is
Huh?
going to.
Okay.
I'm the way it's winning awards in the Guild Awards, in the SAG Awards, the Directors Guild Award, the Writers Guild Award. It's showing that the voting critical public is falling more towards Parasite than the regular public, because we're not hearing a lot of press about it. We're not hearing a lot of talk about it on YouTube or on social media or in the trades. But if you watch what awards it's winning and who votes for those awards, Parasite is the gem of all of this. This is kind of like years ago or last year when Green Book took it, or when you have this weird film that nobody's talking about in the press, all of a sudden pop up in Best Picture. You're like, why did this happen?
Well, and it's
not
on
a mystery in
video.
Hollywood.
It's on video. It's not in the theaters.
Parasite?
Yeah.
Almost all of it's on video now this year. A lot
Yeah.
of stuff's out on video already.
They showed it.
I just watched Once Upon a Time in Hollywood on demand. It just came out.
Yeah,
On
a
demand.
lot of them are on. A lot of them are out now. Right now, the early talk was that 1917 was going to come in and do this massive sweep. It was released late. A lot of people were talking about it. I think that mess died down pretty quick. I think the whole hype for 1917 died down. I think its box office is struggling now already. It's only been out like a week, and its box office is starting to struggle. If I believe I heard that right this morning, so people aren't going out to see it. So that's interesting. But behind the scenes, Parasite is between the critics and between the the elite in Hollywood. They're the ones that are passing this around. They're the ones that are voting in. Like Parasite just won the SAG Award for best ensemble. It's not been done before with a foreign cast winning the SAG Award, because these are American Guild members, these are American Union members. Voting for a foreign film, foreign actors to win that.
So you think it's going to beat out Joker?
Huge.
You think it's going to
remember like Water for Chocolate?
Oh, Joker will not win Best Picture. There's no way. They're giving Joker the award that Joker is going to win. Joker is going to win. He's going to go to Joaquin Phoenix. Joaquin Phoenix is going to win it playing the Joker, and that's where it's going to get its recognition. It's not going to win Best Picture or Best Director. The director is going to be between Tarantino, the guy from Parasite, or the guy from 1917.
Yeah, all the guys.
Yeah.
All the guys. Again.
Again. I still think Tarantino's good.
I do believe that Once Upon a Time in Hollywood is going to take one or the other. It's going to take Best Picture. Well, one of the three. It'll take Screenplay, Director, or Best Picture. I don't think it'll take all of them. I think it'll only take one.
No, I don't think it'll take all of them.
Like I said, Parasite, I don't think we're going to see anything from Parasite till the Best Picture. Now, where Parasite gets interesting is it, of course, will win Best Foreign Film. It has to. With the way Parasite being nominated for Best Picture, Parasite has to win Best Foreign Film. But will it win both? And I think it will.
Because they had one like that last year that was nominated for both, and it only won one.
They had that with Roma last year, and Roma won for foreign film.
And then remember, like Water for Chocolate, that was the best foreign film to this day I've ever seen.
Yep.
Like Water for Chocolate is an amazing film.
If it will win Best Foreign Film, and that may split it from Best Picture. That they may give Best Picture to somebody else the voting, because they're giving it to. But I would not be surprised if it squeaks out both, just based on what it's winning. I think that Best Picture is going to be a surprise this year, and I think some of your your technical awards, like your Screenplay Award or your Cinematography Award, things like that, those are going to be surprises this year. I think the voting public is all over the map with those, and I think they're going to vote for something that we're not thinking of. Like in sound. Like sound mixing and sound design. This year, I'm saying it has to go to Ford versus Ferrari. I mean, if you've seen that movie, you feel like you're in that car. You feel like you're on that track. I mean, that's all sound. That's all sound mixing. But sound could go to something crazy this year. It could go to who knows? You could go to Endgame or something. Yeah, who knows? those maybe it's right, but I
I'm
think
disappointed because Booksmart totally got overlooked.
completely snubbed, and that is the best picture of the year. I'm sorry, Booksmart is the best movie of 2019. That movie was the first movie that made me that I turned around and bought a copy right after, and we have watched several times since we've watched it the first time around. It's the only movie of this year, besides like blockbuster films like Joker and all that. Of course you buy,
Right.
but of like regular films that are like this type of film, this Booksmart's the only one that I've gotten, and it completely got. What's Her Face should have been recognized for directing. Screenplay should have been recognized. That screenplay was organized so freaking phenomenally, and then that cast, that young unknown cast that did the work that they did, especially those two girls. I cannot believe that it got nothing. Completely stunned.
I know.
And that
That
was
was
a shame.
so disappointing.
Okay, well, but if you take my nominations I'm paying attention to, rock and roll fucking fame that just snubbed Pat Benatar and puts in 9-inch nails, who I have no problem if they're going in. They need to go in 10 years from now after Pat Benatar is in, after Judas Priest is in. They're putting in rap people, and I mean, it's the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and I have no, again, it all has its place. But Pat Benatar has been an iconic rock and roll person for 41 years, and there are very few women in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. It took Linda Ronstadt and Hart forever to get in. Joan Jett just got in, and I love Joan Jett, but Pat Benatar was right there. I mean, 41 years, she's still singing, and she still sounds amazing.
Well, it's like the women directors and women screenwriters are not getting recognized. They're not getting the. But that said, though, the stuff that's nominated this year, I don't know what I would remove to place a different director, say female director, in there, or because I think everybody that's nominated this year in those major categories deserves to be there.
Well, maybe it's Academy Awards, but not in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. 9-inch Nails does not need to go in yet.
No, that's a completely different animal.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm just ranting. Oh, before I forget, who is Tom? Do you know who Tom Hewitt is, Mike?
In regards to
Broadway.
Sounds familiar. Tom Hewitt.
He was one who played when I saw. I just looked it up. The circle when I saw Rocky on Broadway. Check it out. Leah DeLaura was Dr. Scott and Eddie.
Wow.
When I saw it. Yeah. And you know who the narrator was? And this was amazing. Dick fucking Cavett was the narrator when I saw it on Broadway. Wow. I don't know. Alice Ripley was Janet. I don't know who that is.
Alice Ripley, she's been in a lot of stuff.
Okay. Tom Hewitt was Frankenfurter. I think he was from The Lion King. He was in Dr. Zhivago, Jesus Christ Superstar, Chicago, Dracula the Musical, The Boys from Syracuse, Rocky Horror. He did The Lion King in 1997. He was Scar.
Oh.
I'm just looking at the playbill online.
Right.
There's a lot of famous people in there when I saw it. I did not like the magenta. Her name was, I loved the riffraff, a guy named Raul Esparza.
I know that name too.
Daphne Rubin Vega, which I only knew her because she was in that.
She's the original Daphne. She's from Rent. She made me from Rent.
I know. She didn't do magenta. She just, it wasn't there.
Well, you know what? Okay, I'll say it. Daphne's not a great performer. She's not. And you know what? Daphne even knows that of herself. This is what's so.
The only time I saw her was in the movie Wild Things when she played the detective.
Yeah.
She knew that she was not right for the comeback for. You know how the whole cast came back for the movie of Rent.
Right.
She knew that she was not right for it, and she declined. That's why Rosario Dawson's in there. It's not because she wasn't invited. It's because Daphne had enough inside of herself to know that she couldn't carry that role on film. Because Daphne got that role as like
because the guy that played Riffraff in this show, the guy who played Riffraff was the most incredible performer. He was just ridiculous. I'm trying to see what else he was in. He was in Chess, Taboo, Hair,
That's where I know
Children
him
in
from
Art,
Taboo.
Chitty Chitty Bang Bang, The Homecoming,
This is Ro.
Speed the Plow.
Speed the Plow. That's the Madonna play. Madonna's in that play.
Well, he was in it too. He was Charlie Fox. But the guy who played Riff Raff of all the cast when they redid Rocky Horror on Broadway was the one who blew my ass away. Because he played him with spiked black hair and he sang like a rock and roll god. He was amazing. He sang like Freddie Mercury. He was incredible. Because the Rocky Horror Picture Show live is more like a rock concert than a movie.
Right.
And if you can find the album, the London cast, the original cast, who was Tim Curry, Patricia Quinn, and Lil Nell. They actually have an album with them on it, and doing the actual play part of it when they're singing a lot more. They sing much more in the play, obviously. But sorry, going back and forth here. Because I didn't know that Leah DeLora was. And it's interesting because she was playing a man, two men. Because in every theater production of Rocky Horror, the person who played Dr. Scott was also Eddie.
Right.
So Leah DeLora from The Orange is the New Black was Eddie, and she was Dr. Scott back in 2000.
I'm watching it right now on YouTube.
Oh, are you watching? What are you watching?
Oh.
Yeah. Oh. Circle and Square.
Yep.
I just had a problem with Frankenfurter being blonde. I had such a problem with him being blonde. Yep. Okay, so let's see who's still here. So you
can find clips from YouTube. Nobody.
Send me that link, Mike.
Did we lose everybody? Yeah.
BRT, I just want to thank you for you guys, you and Miss Buffy for hanging in there with us. We really appreciate it. You guys are so kind and so sweet to be here with us tonight. And I want to thank you since it's 7 o'clock, kids.
Yeah.
Yes, it
Time
is.
goes by really fast. Glitches. So.
See what happens when Diana doesn't talk for 2 weeks? Wait. She talks for 45 minutes.
I know. No, wait, what am I doing?
Wait, before we go, I believe Michael has something else.
So, no, Buffy was asking about One Home. So I am waiting for something special. I was going to do some stuff this January, but it'll be into February before I show anything here. I'm actually been talking to a visual effects person that does visual effects, and I may do my little video on it first before I reveal anything. Because we're gonna shoot a video that's got like magic in it. It shows like actual stuff moving and very Harry Potter with visual effects and stuff. So I want to do that first. I'll have an update in February. See where we're at.
All right then.
Ravenclaw Pride.
What is your wand of the week?
Oh shoot, wand of the week. I forgot. Because it's Ravenclaw Pride week. On Wizarding World. This is Flitwick, Phileas Flitwick, who is the head of House Ravenclaw, played by Warwick Davis, who also played Wicket the Ewok in Star Wars, and many other things for George Lucas. But this is his one. So
cool.
Where you go?
Very cool. I like. I think I want I want the braided one.
Yeah.
The trolled one.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah, that's my favorite one of the whole collection. Yeah, he's also Ravenclaw. Zenio Lovegood, Luna Lovegood's father. Love that one.
Oh, maybe I need to look at. I need to look at a Slytherin one.
I never have it down because where I put it in the wand hall, it's actually up on this thing like really, really high above a door. So like I never have it out. That wand, yeah, I never have it out. You'll see when you see the setup.
Yeah. Well, guys, I think we're gonna say goodbye. We're so glad that you guys came to hang out with us. I know we're kind of all over the place, but we kind of like it like that.
Yeah, exactly. That's how we roll.
Sorry, it's been a while. I mean, I haven't streamed since Christmas.
Yeah,
Right, Christmas.
it's the first time
'Cause
we've
we
all been
missed a week,
together.
and then I was gone.
Yeah. So the
Oh,
gang's
now
all
you're back. Now we're here.
out.
We will have
Everything will be good.
kind of an idea of what we're doing, what we're showcasing in February here real soon. But I
Mhm.
do know for a fact we're looking into giveaways. Got some
Yes.
wands to give away. We got some makeup to give away. Got some
I have
dogs
some
to give
cash stuff
away.
I can get
Y'all
away,
with dogs.
and I have like movies of the wazoo. You never know.
Lego. Hey, Miss Buffy, Izzy and Jackson. Lego giveaways. Wand giveaways.
Thank you, BRT. You're so sweet. Thank you, guys. Thank you
Yes,
so much.
thank you guys so much for being here. We really appreciate it. Don't forget to like and subscribe. All of our links are down below to all of our social media.
Smash.
And
Smash.
we will see you
Smash
next
like.
week.
Have a great week, everybody.
Great week, everybody. Bye.
And we're out. No, we're not.
No, we're not. We're never out when we say we're